Hello students, good morning all of you. Today I Ravindra Mohan Misra from Sri Jagdamba Sanskrit College Batho am taking the class of Shastri II. Today we see the theme of friendship in the old man and the she. We have seen earlier summary and many other questions and answers. Today we see the theme of friendship. Ernest Hemingway's novella The Old Man and the She implies different themes to develop its characters and plot. In this lesson, we will focus on the theme of friendship and how it affects both Santiago and Manolin. The Old Man and the She is a story that celebrates strength, wisdom, and above all, friendship. We learn about the hardship Santiago faces as an aging fisherman who struggles through repeated streaks of bad luck. The plot of the story focuses on his journey out to sea after going 84 days without catching any fish. The old fisherman faces a struggle after a struggle but refuses to be defeated. The idea of a strength, a struggle, and suffering that emerge during this journey help emphasize the importance of the friendship between Santiago and his young friend Manolin, who had been teaching to fish since the boy was only 5. We will take a closer look at that friendship and discuss its importance. Even when the men were not together, their connection played an important role in the story, a fundamental and often universal ideas explored in a literary work. Santiago is characterized as someone struggling against defeat. He has gone 84 days without catching a fish. He will soon pass his own record of 87 days, almost as a reminder of Santiago's struggle. The sail of his escape resembles the flag of permanent defeat, but the old man refuses defeat at every turn. He resolves to sail out beyond the other fishermen to where the biggest fish promise to be. He lands the marlin, trying his record of 87 days after a brutal 3 days fight, and he continues to ward off sharks from stealing his prey, even though he knows the battles is useless. Santiago is pitted against the creature of the sea. Some readers choose to view the tale as a chronicle of man's battle against the natural world, but the novella is more accurately the story of man's place within nature. Santiago and the Merlin display qualities of pride, honor, and bravery, and both are subject to the same eternal law. They must kill or be killed, as Santiago reflects when he watches the weary warbler fly towards shore, where it will inevitably meet the hawk. The world is filled with predators, and no living things can escape the inevitable struggle that will lead to its death. Santiago lives according to his own observation. Man is not made for defeat. Man can be destroyed but not defeated. In Hemingway's portrait of the world, death is inevitable, but the best men and animals will nonetheless refuse to give in to its power. Accordingly, man and fish will struggle to the death, just as hungry shark will lay waste to an old man's trophy catch. The novel suggests that it is possible to transcend this natural law. In fact, the very inevitability of destruction creates the terms that allow a worthy man or beast to transcend it. It is precisely through the effort to battle the inevitable that a man can prove himself. Indeed, a man can prove this determination over and over through the worthiness of the opponents he chooses to face. Santiago finds the Merlin worthy of a fight, just as he once found the great Negro of San Figos worthy. His admiration for these opponents brings love and respect into an equation with death, as their destruction becomes a point of honor and bravery that confirms Santiago's heroic qualities. One might characterize the equation as the working out of the statement, because I love you, I have to kill you. Alternately, one might draw a parallel to the poet John Keats and his insistence that beauty can only be comprehended in the moment before death, as beauty bows to destruction. Santiago, though destroyed, at the end of the novella, he is never defeated. Instead, he emerges as a hero. Santiago's struggle does not enable him to change man's place in the world. Rather, it enables him to meet his most dignified destiny. Here, very differently in his and upholding the two main characters, Santiago and Merlin, Manolin of the story shares a deep bond. This is apparent in the sincere sadness Mallorin, who is now a young man, feels when his parents tell him he can no longer fish with Santiago because of the older fisherman's lack of success. Despite the bad luck his older friends is facing, Melodin believes Santiago can teach him more about being a successful fisherman than anyone else can. The years the two men have spent fishing together have led to a strong friendship that ends up becoming very important to both them and the story. Each day, Melvin continues to visit and help his friend even though they no longer fish together. Melvin treasures the skills and mentoring he has gained from Santiago, so he constantly seeks out ways to help support his older friend with food, clothing, or labor. It is difficult for Melanie to see his friend suffer and struggle, especially when he knows he can help. To appease his young friend, Santiago accepts a small offers of assistance while at the same time reassuring Melodin that there is no reason to worry about his abilities on the water. Regardless of Santiago's resolution, Melodin finds it extremely difficult to see his friend come to shore each day empty handed, since he longs to fish with his friend once again. Melodin continues to plan for ways to improve Santiago's luck on the water. While